Greetings.
What's up?
How are you?
Good, man. Welcome to the show.
Oh, this is a show?
Yeah, this is it's our podcast. I guess this is a show.
Well, first of all, let's introduce ourselves. We're being very arrogant, thinking that people just automatically would know who the fuck we are.
That's true. That's true.
I go by the name of Charlemagne the God.
Okay.
The Hood General, voice of the gutter. When I speak, the streets listen. You might know me from The Breakfast Club. You might know me from MTV2, Guy Code, Girl Code, Guy Court, Charlemagne and Friends. My guy over here.
What's up? My name's Andrew Schultz. I have an excellent relationship with my father. A lot of playing catch growing up. I don't have any hood monikers.
Schultzy's your hood moniker.
Schultzy's my hood moniker. I'll go with it. But no, you probably know me from MTV's Guy Code. MTV2's Guy Code. I'm on Girl Code.
Yeah.
A short-run show on MTV that got canceled the fuck out of called The Hookup.
No, it didn't. Oh, The Hookup.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Girl Code.
No. The Hookup got canceled, so
okay.
no one saw that, so you wouldn't know me from that. I would be impressed if somebody said, I know you from
The Hookup.
I'd be like, man, no, you don't know me from the fucking Hookup.
No, that's how I feel about this show. We did this show on MTV called Hip Hop POV. It had like 6 episodes for 6 weeks. I feel the same way about that
nobody
show.
watch it?
It came on like 11:30 after, what was that dance show MTV had? Remember the dance show where Little Mama was the host?
Definitely not.
That show was big. Was it America's Got Talent?
Oh, no.
So You Think You Can Dance?
No, not So You Think You Can Dance. It was America's Best Dance Crew.
America's Best Dance Crew.
Which was a dope show.
And Hip Hop POV used
Yeah.
to come on after that. And the ratings were still kind of like
light,
average, very, very average for MTV.
They should have put it on MTV too. That would have been a good look.
Maybe, but it got canceled.
Okay.
But needless to say, we all do a lot of things, and one of the things that we wanted to add to our repertoire was a podcast.
We saw a lot of people out here doing podcasts.
Yeah.
And we were like, we could do that better.
And Andrew Schultz, Schultz is like, he's really my friend. He's one of those people I talk to on the phone for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
You just pick up the phone and you like, let me call my guy and see what he thinks about this, or text him and see what he thinks about this. So it's like, he's got a lot of interesting views on things. And
likewise.
So I said, Schultz, your POV is not being heard enough. You
Okay.
need to really bring this POV to people. So what's the best way to do it other than a podcast? Because I don't need you on radio, infiltrating my turf.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
And radio is not enough time.
It isn't.
It isn't, but it isn't like, how much time do you really get to talk?
Average radio show nowadays, I do mornings. So I have a lot more luxury than other time slots. Average morning show, I would say 25 minutes, an hour maybe.
That's good. In 4 hours, a quarter of the time?
Yeah.
That's
No.
great.
Yeah, 25 minutes an hour. So that's
half of the time almost.
So that's 25, 50. It's like, what, 100 minutes?
Yeah,
Out
but
of a
that's
4-hour show?
half of the time you're on the air. That's great.
Yeah, but it's quick though. You know what I'm saying? And then, I'm on there with Angela Yee, DJ Envy. Then we got to take calls.
Yeah.
Which I still would want to do on this podcast, but it's just like certain things that you want to talk to at length that we don't get a chance to talk about.
Yeah, I feel in the same. We were talking about this with stand-up as far as, I do stand-up for anybody who doesn't know that. And
I'm sure they don't.
There's probably a lot of you that don't.
Yes.
But that's the problem with stand-up is that you can only give so much out at a time. You do an hour special, okay, but if it's on a network, maybe people will watch it, maybe.
If
right?
they give a fuck about you.
If they give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
If not, you're doing maybe 5-minute sets, and you're doing a 5-minute set for late night TV, which is going to be sugar-coated. You can't talk about some you can't talk about slut shaming in
which
your 5 minutes.
Which we're going to talk about
Which
today.
we're going to talk about now.
Yes.
So that's why I like the idea of a podcast is I guess you could say, I don't want to say this, but like the expectation is less than stand-up. Stand-up, I can't just get up there and just kind of think about some shit.
Yeah.
Because people in the audience like, you better think about that before.
Podcasts to me are for people who don't digest the world in 140 characters.
Word.
It's for the cerebral person who actually wants to sit there and intently listen to somebody at length.
This is why he's great, because now everybody's listening and going, I am a cerebral person.
No, it's the truth, though.
I'm a cerebral motherfucker.
Like think about it. People don't have patience. I think everybody has a little bit of ADD in them.
Yeah,
like nobody
agreed.
wants to sit still for a while. Like when I sit down and I listen to a podcast, I know I'm going to be there for an hour.
Yeah.
And I'm committing myself to this hour. It's almost easier to listen to a podcast than it is to actually read a book. And I love reading.
Yeah, because I feel like you're not into the podcast like you are a book. Like when I'm reading a book, I can't do anything. Excuse me, I'm burping. I can't do anything else.
Yeah, absolutely.
But when I'm doing a podcast, I could fold laundry, You know what I mean? I could clean up the crib. I could be at work. I know a lot of people at work are probably just doing some mindless task and they're listening to a podcast. But I like that there's this long form. I like it's like you don't see conversation. Even TV conversation is, where do you see conversation? It's not set up.
You don't see conversation, period, no more. The art of conversation is dead because of social media and because of everybody texting and all. You know, people don't even pick up the phone to call you and talk anymore.
And that's why people are so sensitive, because they say opinions and they don't have the conversation aspect. So when you disagree with the opinion, everybody's like, whoa, what are you saying? Before it used to be there was no social media. So you go to your boy, you go, yo, how do you feel about, sluts? And then your boy goes, well, I love sluts. Yeah. If it wasn't for sluts, I wouldn't be fucking.
And then you'll have a debate about it.
And then you have a fucking debate. But now it's just, I don't like sluts. And then 3 people like your shit. And now you think you're a genius. You're like, fuck, I'm genius.
Not only that, what you said is very true. It's like if you tweet out, I don't like sluts. Instead of people having a logical argument to combat you with, all they can say is, man, fuck you. I'm a slut. Fuck you, motherfucker. My mother's a slut. How dare you talk about sluts?
It's like you're speaking to them specifically. Like a lot of times when I say shit or when anybody says shit, you're not thinking about someone else's life. You're thinking about the slut in your life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, I'm not thinking about your life when I'm thinking about this thing, right? So maybe a girl who had sex with a bunch of dudes burned me. Yeah. So now I'm in a fucking, hospital or whatever because my dick is burning and you gave me that shit and I'm going, man, fuck sluts.
Yeah.
Now my dick is burning.
Well, let's backtrack a little bit now. Let's not, act like we're just decided to talk about sluts for no reason.
No. This is something we want to talk about.
Now, it was a situation that happened. Mm-hmm. I had your back 360%. I actually felt this exact same way.
We're going to talk about it.
We got to talk about it.
Let's do it. Fuck it.
I don't even remember the girl's name.
Funny.
The chick from Duke University.
Oh, yeah.
She was on Piers Morgan's show, I believe, right?
Well, she was on Piers Morgan's show.
Yeah, I saw her on Piers Morgan.
Rest in peace, Piers Morgan.
Yeah, he's done. He's out of here. I never was a huge fan of Piers Morgan. And you know what? It wasn't that Piers Morgan was bad. It was that he was filling the shoes of the great Larry King.
Yeah.
You can't fill a great man's shoes. Like, they shouldn't have had nothing after Larry King for a while.
Just retired that block.
Retire it for a minute. No, seriously.
It should have been at 11 o'clock. It's just a black screen.
Nothing.
And then 11:30.
Give me regular news or something. They should have just waited at least 6 months to a year before they try to reintroduce me to somebody.
My buddy's comedian, he has a joke about Michael Jordan. They said they shouldn't have just retired Jordan's number from basketball. They should have retired it from numbers.
Right.
Numbers should go 22,
22, 24. Absolutely.
And that's what Larry King really was for, interviewing on TV and shit.
Absolutely. So she was on Piers Morgan, and she's a Duke University student who happens to be a porn star. Yeah. And she's paying her way through school.
She ain't even paying her way. This is what she's saying. She says she's doing it to pay for school. This was my issue. I didn't have a problem with that.
Hold on. She said it was empowering.
That was my issue.
She said her being a porn star was empowering.
She was empowered by porn, and here's my fault. I went on Twitter and I kind of bugged out, and I went at it in a bad way. And we've spoken about this before, where it's like you can't approach anything angry. You said something about me. What was it like? If you're angry when you're talking about something, people don't pay attention to you because all they see is the anger.
The anger, yeah.
Like, so it's just, and I wasn't angry like I'm just I hate fucking porn stars or anything like that. I watch porn, but part of me was going like, I don't want little girls. Shit, I'm gonna have a daughter one day if I'm blessed.
I have a daughter. She's 5 years old.
I don't want daughters to look at this and be like, oh, being in porn is empowering.
Belle Knox, that's her name.
Oh yeah. Porn name is Belle Knox, right? So I disagreed with the empowering part, and I just threw a tweet out there like, porn is not empowering. I won't allow people to think it is or something like that. Just something real. I don't think. I just go put something out there. And the porn community just went on fire on me.
Went crazy.
It was just ripping me, and it was crazy. I couldn't even keep up with the mentions and responding to people. And
it was a Friday, right?
It was. I don't know what day. It was probably Friday.
I think it was Friday, because I remember I woke up on a Saturday morning.
I'm bugging. I called you from the airport.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I thought something happened. I'm like, someone's like, yo, you need to call me right now. I'm like, yo,
I sent him a text. I sent you a text. I was like,
did somebody get killed?
Call me when you get this.
And it's like 9 in the morning. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, if Schultz was a girl, I was like, yo, is she pregnant? Like, what the fuck happened?
Yo, I think Schultz is. Did I get Schultz pregnant?
Schultz pregnant? So I called Schultz, and he's telling me,
Charlamagne, I haven't had my period ever since we went out to dinner. I haven't got my period. I'm really nervous, Charlamagne.
Shout out to the show Girls too. They had a great song about not getting your period last night.
I saw you tweet. I didn't watch that show.
It's some white chick talking about putting the Plan B on her visa. But anyway, so Schultz hits me and I hit him back, and he's telling me about what happened, and then he starts telling me about this new phenomenon that I guess I wasn't aware of called slut shaming.
They accuse me of slut shaming. My argument was not against pornography. My argument is not against sluts. I don't want to shame anybody. To be honest, I'm not down with shaming anybody who's not hurting other people. But I don't believe in empowering certain things. Like pornography, I think is super degrading. I watch the shit,
Word up.
and I might get off on the fact that it's degrading. I might get off in sex in my personal life that it's degrading. But after the degrading thing is done, part of me is like, man, that was kind of gross that I did that.
But that goes that goes back to what I always say nowadays, that in this era, everybody's always trying to find the right way to do the wrong thing.
Yeah.
That shit isn't right.
Yeah.
Like, I love porn too.
Yeah.
But that don't make it right.
It ain't right.
You wouldn't want your daughter to do it. You wouldn't want your mom to do it. You wouldn't want your sister to do it. You wouldn't want no woman you love to actually do porn.
Here was my thing that I was saying to him. Why does it have to be empowering? Why can't it just be a job that you don't want to do?
There you go.
Motherfuckers got jobs all the time that we don't want to do.
Absolutely.
But you do them. And you pay the bills, you go to school,
Absolutely.
get your education. Why do you have to love, like, it's like everything now, and we'll talk about this even more, but like we were talking about body image as well, and it's like, why do you have to love being fat? Do you know what I mean?
You're not supposed to.
You're not supposed to.
Being fat means
like,
that you're unhealthy.
Yeah.
You can have a heart attack, high cholesterol, diabetes. You can die.
So we're not shaming you, but we're not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, you know what? Be big and proud. You know, my buddy had a joke where he's like, this girl's like, I'm big and proud. He's like, no, you're gonna lose a foot.
Yes, absolutely.
It's gonna fucking happen.
Who is this buddy that you keep referring
Dante,
to?
This is Dante had a joke.
Okay, because I'm thinking these are your jokes.
No. When it's mine, when it's mine, you gonna know.
But it goes back to what I always say too about the truth hurts.
Yes.
So if I come to my fat homeboy and be like, dog, you're fat as fuck. You're gonna have a heart attack. You're gonna have to get amputated. You might catch diabetes. You might die. He's going to feel ashamed. So am I really body shaming him by telling him the truth?
You know what, you are, but I think there's a different way of going about it. Like, I think there's one thing when you go to your boy and you say that shit, that comes from love.
Or
when I just comment on a post that some chick on what I don't do, but if I did comment on some post some chick put up there and was like, damn, like you look like Ursula. You know what I mean? You are fat. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know this chick. Yeah. Then I don't really care if she doesn't get diabetes. I'm not doing it so she doesn't get diabetes. Yeah. So I think that's where the confusion comes in. But we should be able to go to the people that we fucking care about and say, yo, you're fat as fuck.
Listen, what happened to it taking a village to raise a child? I think it's the same thing now. It takes a village to raise a person. I should be able to go to anybody, any human being. We're human beings. We're all brothers and sisters. I should be able to go to anybody and tell them, look, bruh, the way you're living is foul. You're unhealthy. You're going to die. I put on Twitter last night because I was watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I put on Twitter, Rob Kardashian looks like he ate the man Bruce Jenner used to be.
Yeah. You've been waiting to say this, the man Bruce Jenner used to be shit. Don't act like you haven't been. This motherfucker. I
got like 2 or 3 different variations of this situation.
You get some shit in your head where you're like, ooh, the man Bruce Jenner used to be.
Yes.
I'm gonna put this somewhere. Oh,
no. That has actually evolved because I used to say Kanye West acts like the bitch that Bruce Jenner is trying to look like.
Yes. But it's still in there. It's still this Bruce Jenner used to be. Bruce Jenner look like.
Bruce Jenner's like a potato.
By the way, Charlamagne is not a comedian. He does not work out material, even though he's clearly working out.
I just think of witty ways to shame people. That's all it is.
Witty ways to shame people.
But even with the thing with slut shaming, sluts are supposed to be ashamed.
And clarify this, because you said this to me, which I thought was dope. We slut shame dude. Like
all the time.
There's this idea with slut shaming that only girls
it happens to women,
yeah. No dude that just fucks anything, we're not shaming him.
You said no dude that what?
Like, for example, if a dude is just fucking anything, they're just out there
we
fucking
slut shame
anything,
him.
we're slut shaming.
Absolutely. When a guy says something like, you fucked her? Mm-hmm. If my guy tells me, yeah, I fucked this one girl at 11 o'clock, then I went and fucked this other girl at 1. Mm-hmm. Like, damn, bro, you ain't afraid to catch something?
Exactly.
You're disgusting.
So for us, it's about, I think what we're impressed with is the challenge. So.
Challenge of what?
The challenge of anything. You know, so for example, with dudes, there's always this double standard shit where it's like, oh, dudes aren't sluts if they have sex with a lot of girls, yada yada yada. If a guy that's broke,
bullshit, by the way.
First of all, it is bullshit. But if a guy that's broke, for example, fucks like 3 actresses, right? I don't give a fuck that he fucked them. I want to know how he overcame his fucking horrible lifestyle and convince these actresses that are famous to fuck him.
Oh, that's why Neil Strauss The Game was such an amazing book.
Exactly.
Because it was all these nerdy-ass guys
that was fucking girls.
Was banging these bad chicks.
Now, if Neil Strauss the book was written about Hollywood actors that were fucking chicks, does a single copy of that book get sold?
None. Hollywood actors are supposed to fuck chicks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If Brad Pitt is fucking everything, that's not impressive to me.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he's a slut.
Yeah.
Why are you fucking everything when you could just fuck one, or like you could have sex with the baddest? Like, I don't care. It's not impressive to me. So we don't care about the sexual aspect of it. It's just like, how did you manage to do that?
Absolutely.
That's what it's like.
And your proof to that lies in a book written not by a male but by a female named Corinne Steffens. Superhead.
Oh yeah, Superhead. Yeah.
How was this video chick who isn't really the most amazing looking woman in the world? She's cute.
Yeah.
She was able to bed all of these A-list hip hop stars, Hollywood stars.
And
how
get
did that
money.
happen? And yeah, she
was
made money off the book.
But no, they were paying her money.
I don't think it was nothing crazy though.
They were taking care of her, like
because when she was actually homeless, she couldn't pay a lot of her bills.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My understanding is that they were taking care of her.
Nah.
Okay,
not at all.
But still, therein lies the same interest. Guys are like, yo, I want to know what the hell. Excuse me. I want to know what the hell Corinne Steffens does. I want to know about this Superhead.
Word.
Like, her head is so magical.
Oh yeah, the name alone, Superhead.
Was it crazy?
What the hell is Superhead?
I want to know I want to be in the room while she sucks dick.
I want to get my dick sucked by Superhead.
I don't know if I'm gonna go that far.
Yes, you would.
Shout out to my girlfriend. I don't know if I'm gonna go that far.
No doubt. No doubt.
In the hypothetical, no, fuck it. I do want to know what that head is like.
That title is amazing. Superhead.
Superhead, and it's qualified. It's not like Superhead, some girl down the fucking block that never sucked nobody's dick.
Yeah.
It's Superhead who sucked Jay-Z's dick, suck Beyonce's husband's dick.
And, her head was so good, even though everybody knew what she was about, they still was like, nah, you got to get some of her mouth. Her mouth is incredible. Her mouth's A1.
It's like a restaurant that charges $100 for a burger.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's a burger. And then your boys go, yo, you got to try this burger. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it's like, that's what she was. She was the overpriced shit, but she had lived up to it.
And back to, what's the chick's name?
Belle Knox.
Belle Knox.
Yeah.
Even with her, right? Every word means something to me.
Okay.
If she had just said, yo, I'm doing porn to pay my way through school, I probably don't have no problem with that. I'm not judging because I've seen strippers script their way through school.
Okay.
I'm sure some of those strippers fucked a little bit too.
Okay.
But the fact that you say it's empowering sends the wrong message.
That's what I agree. Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
There's no way I can explain that to my daughter.
What is empowering about it? That's and I kept asking them about it. Like, they're like, I get to choose what I want to do, when I want to work, etc. And I'm like, hold up.
What the fuck does that mean?
What job do you enter at the lowest level and you get to dictate what you do, how many hours you work, when you work? If you're at the top of the porn star community, you could say that shit. But I'm sorry, if you're just getting into porn, you're going to walk in there like, oh, I don't suck dick. Get your fucking ass out of this room if you don't suck. Yeah. This is porn.
What are you here for?
Yeah.
What you mean you don't take cum shots in the face?
That's it. You're going to take it.
You don't take it up the ass?
You got to take it. It's crazy.
You never got gangbanged?
You know what I mean?
You're in the wrong building,
Imagine
bitch.
somebody coming to the radio and being an intern and be like, I'll be honest, man, I don't like getting people coffee.
Oh, no. We get a lot of those now.
No.
Listen, man, it's a sense of entitlement out here that is crazy. I don't know what it is. I don't know if this is really the microwave era where everybody's really on some right now shit. Like everybody wants it right now. Yeah. Like I have women. I had a girl. I was hosting at a college. She leaned in me and goes, "I'm gonna take your job in 5 years."
I dig that.
I do, but I don't. Because why would I hire you then? Why would I hire somebody who's after my job? What does the 48 Laws of Power tell you? Conceal your intentions.
Yeah.
Even though from the day I got in the radio, I'm sure from the day you got in stand-up, your whole mentality is, I'm going to take over.
I'm taking over.
I'm going to be the best at this. Yep. But I never would tell anybody that.
Yeah.
My father told me a story.
I tell people that shit.
My father, that's probably why they don't fucking invite you to all the big stand-up shit.
That's true. I got to be more humble. Oh, guys, I'm just in it for fun.
I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm just grateful.
Yes.
That's that. You know what? This annoys me about people.
Why? Some people really feel that way.
No, but this really annoys me about people, and I understand it's part of the game, and I need to play that. But this fake humility, people really fall for this shit.
So now you're humble shaming?
I'm a humble shame, yo.
Humble shame?
No, I'm gonna humble shame, man.
What's wrong with you, yo?
Let me humble shame right now. Because I know there's nothing wrong with being proud of what you do or knowing that you could do some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But this fake humility, I see a lot. I see all this fucking fake humility, man. You know what I mean? And I believe in being humble and being grateful and shit. But I know that it's like you can't even say, oh yeah, you know, I did it. I did a good job today. You can't even say it because then it's like, oh, what, he didn't care about the team, or he's so cocky, he's so whatever. Like, why can't you be honest?
I mean, honestly, I never like to say I did a great job because that's kind of subjective to whoever sees it. I might think I did a great job, but the viewing audience at home might think I suck. Or, you know, the producers might think like, he was all right. You know, all I do is go out there and I put forth my best effort. I'll say that. I'll be like, y'all put forth my best effort. You know what I mean? I feel good about it.
But what about the guy who scores 60 points and then goes,
did his team win?
He goes, and the team wins. And he goes, you know, my teammates just got me the ball in the right place. And can't you just be like, yo, I had a great game today? You know what I mean? Why do you got to manipulate me?
No,
with
I mean,
this
that's obvious though.
Fucking.
But that's different. Like when it's something with to do with numbers, you score 60 points, your team wins. It's obvious you had a great game. It's obvious. But then that's still subjective too. Because what if you went freaking 20 for 80?
Right.
You had scored 60 points, but you took 80 shots.
80 shots.
So it's always subjective to something. Stop. Why you gotta shame everything that?
Because maybe that's what I'm about. You know what I mean? Maybe I gotta, I'm like the police. I'm like the karma police. You know what I mean? I like to make sure I see some bullshit out there and I want to call it out. And I don't know why I feel like I need to do that. Why do I feel like...
I mean, no, that's not karma police. What you just said is right. You see some bullshit out there, you call it out, because I really feel, like I said earlier, we live in an era where people are always trying to find the right way to do the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Now, that shit is wrong. Listen, I have no problem with a girl popping that pussy for a goon. She can have sex with whoever she wants to have sex with.
Yeah.
But don't say it's empowering. Same thing with guys.
Yeah.
There's nothing empowering about sleeping with a bunch of different women, especially not in 2014.
Yeah.
If this was the 70s, the free love era, and you can bed as many chicks as you want before AIDS and herpes and all that shit, cool. I had a homeboy, right? Used to sleep with a lot of different chicks, but he's had every STD there is. There's nothing empowering about that.
He's got the monster.
I don't know if he's got HIV or AIDS, but he's had. I definitely know he's had chlamydia a couple times.
Yeah,
he won't. Of course, he won't ever admit to having herpes. But I can only assume if you've had chlamydia, you've had gonorrhea. I'm pretty sure you've gotten herpes. I've been exposed to something more. Okay. But he beds a lot of chicks.
Right.
There's nothing empowering about that. He's a nasty ass guy. He's disgusting. He deserves to be shamed. That's not a good winning percentage to me.
He doesn't deserve to be shamed. That's why I disagree with you. I don't think we need to shame people. If they want to do some shitty stuff with their life, that's their life. And if it don't hurt other people, if he's purposely giving people STDs, I'm gonna shame you. But if you're not hurting people, then I don't need to shame you. That's your life choice.
So you weren't slut shaming the chick from Duke?
Nah, I was disagreeing with this empowerment shit.
I'm with you on
this
that.
fake. This goes to this bullshit, calling out the bullshit. I just see so much bullshit a lot of times, and it's fucked up because the world is a great place. I really am a positive dude, but I see a lot of bullshit like that, and nobody checks it. Like she says right to Pierce, fucking whatever his name is. I feel empowered by it. How the fuck do you not go? What is empowering?
What is
about
empowering about getting
swallowing a nut?
That's the first thing I would have said.
Spit it in your fucking hand,
absolutely,
and then swallowing it back.
Exactly. That's the first thing I would have said to her. What the hell is empowering about porn?
Just tell me what it is.
Why would I have said that? Because I got a 5-year-old daughter. I have sisters, even though my sister's a ratchet hoe anyway, and well, my younger sister.
Are you ratchet hoe shaming right now?
Yeah,
is that what you're doing?
I absolutely am. I cannot.
Yo, can I say something real quick about the word ratchet and how dope the word ratchet is for race relations? Ratchet has replaced the N-word.
And ghetto. Yeah.
And ghetto.
Yeah. Because ghetto is even synonymous with black.
With black, right? Ratchet, white chicks are like, oh my God, I'm so ratchet right now.
Yeah.
Black chicks, oh my God, I'm so ratchet right now. Before that, it used to be
the N-word.
The N-word.
Yeah.
And nobody will talks about it like that. People are upset at the word ratchet. Look at it. Look what we're doing with the word ratchet. We're making it a thing and people want to be ratchet. Well, fuck, at least people are looking at people that are ghetto or acting ghetto, not in terms of being black, but just in terms of being ghetto.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I feel what you're saying.
On a certain level, I think it's uniting ratchet people.
It is, yeah, it you know, and it's doing it organically.
Yeah, it's not on purpose.
Yeah, I tried to purposely do it with the word Bieber.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, some black people have tried to flip it on me and be like, "Why are you equating Bieber's behavior with being black?" And I'm not equating it with being black.
You can't criticize the black community, man. Even if you're black, nobody could criticize the black community.
No, that is absolute bullshit. You can say whatever you want about the black community.
Oh, really?
We are the community that's not organized. I mean, and it's funny because we had Russell Simmons on the Breakfast Club.
Oh, you get very organized when something happens.
No, we don't. No, we don't. We had Russell Simmons on the Breakfast Club, and I asked him, who is the organization that we can go to as black people to stand up for us? It's not the NAACP. And what else is out there? The Urban League?
I don't think you have an organization to stand up for yourselves when stuff is happening with yourselves.
Say something negative about a Jewish person. Say something negative about a gay person.
Sure.
They have GLAAD, the Anti-Defamation League. What's the other one? APAC.
Right.
They have organizations that come for you.
Sure.
We don't have that.
Sure. But you do. You have the media.
What does that mean?
The media. The second a race thing happens, like you even pointed this shit out. But kids in Chicago,
fake outrage.
Kids in Chicago killing each other.
We call that fake digital outrage.
Hey, the only difference.
Fake social media outrage.
The only difference is about the unified community is when it comes to advertising. Right, a unified community will put pressure on advertisers and say, "Hey, if you keep advertising with this show, and is the black community not doing that? Maybe they're not doing it."
Listen, there's two things that people respect in this world: money and violence. Ain't no corporate people gonna get violent with you. So what do? They hit you in your pockets. So of course, yeah, advertisers pull. Because once those advertisers pull, then that person who made that messed up comment is gonna get fired.
But why can't you say anything? It feels to me that whenever a black guy comes and criticizes the black community, he's a sellout. Whenever a black guy criticizes the black community, he ain't really black. He's an Uncle Tom.
Oh, that's me.
Listen,
first of all, it don't get no more black than me. Bottom line, point blank, period. But I get accused now of being an Uncle Tom, a sellout.
He's currently wearing stonewashed jeans.
PRPS, by the way.
A sweatshirt that says Paris on it.
By the way. But I got on Timbs, though. You want to talk about them Timbs, though. Okay? These my constructs, though.
Timbs, though.
Did you just snap? What the hell is wrong with you? This isn't been on film.
I thought we were taping the read.
Shout out Kid Fury. But they call me an Uncle Tom, a sellout, and a coon because I choose to speak out against my people. And I'm not speaking out against them. I'm with y'all. But the problem with the black community, and it's funny because I was having this conversation this weekend with a couple people, is as soon as somebody speaks out, it's like, don't say that. You might be right, but don't say that.
That's what needs
That's
to
the problem.
Yeah.
It hasn't been enough said.
Yeah.
We're not telling our people that we're wrong for what we're doing.
It's both. It's both sides. It needs to come from both sides. It needs to come from, the system and the various enterprises that are the system that are oppressing black people and other minorities, right? And poor people. Yes. You know what I mean? Because the system is not oppressing, Will Smith. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's not oppressing Michelle Obama, Barack Obama. You know what I mean? But so poor minorities, that are being oppressed. But it also has to come from the community. I was talking to my boy about this shit, and he was like, "This is the difference." Or I was talking to him, and I was like, "This is the difference, and this is what we need to get past." If a black dude's wearing a suit and tie and he's got a briefcase, he's gonna get a cab. If a white dude is wearing a button-down shirt and some khakis, he's gonna get a cab. If a black dude's wearing a button-down shirt and some khakis, it's iffy, and that is the inequality right there.
Absolutely.
Right? But then how do we address that inequality? Because it's easy to tell a cab driver, right? It's easy to tell, yo, cab driver, why don't you just stop for black people? It's easy to tell him to do it because you're not the one driving and then somebody doesn't pay for your cab. And that might not even happen to him. That might have happened to some other cab driver that he eats lunch with.
Very true.
So it's like, it's so many different factors.
Well, no, let's address why a black guy has to damn near wear a suit to wear a cab.
That's the problem.
People think the cab is just driving by the guy because he's black. No, he's probably driving by the guy because he's been robbed by 5 or 6 black guys in his lifetime. Or he's picked up black guys in cabs and they've jumped out and ran. I keep going back to this and people act like this is the worst thing in the world now, but Chris Rock was absolutely right when he said it is a difference between black people and niggas. But now, like you said, the word ratchet, nigga is not just a black thing anymore. It's a everybody thing. It's a whole bunch of ignorant niggas running around here, and they come in all different shades and races, and we need to start doing more nigga shaming. It all comes back to shaming. We gotta do more nigga shaming.
So that's what it is. But at the same time, there's a reputation that comes with that, right? So
With
it's like,
what?
so the reputation that precedes itself of dressing a certain way,
Yes.
right? That comes from, let's say, the music. The most powerful culture in probably the world
It's hip hop,
is black culture, black American culture.
Black American culture.
You go to Africa, they ain't dressing like how they dress.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's dudes speaking a language you don't even fucking know with a Bulls jersey on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With some Timbs on or some shit.
Yeah.
They are influenced by the
That's
culture.
hip-hop
Look at
culture.
me right now. I'm wearing fucking Jordans. You know what I mean? Like,
But is Jordan's really a black thing?
it's a hip hop thing now. It's
a basketball thing. You got a basketball sneaker on. Michael
That's
Jordan was
right.
a basketball
You know,
player.
you're right.
That's the other thing. You
there
can't
are an equal amount of white people and black people that play basketball in
Timberland's
the
on a
NBA.
hip hop thing. Timberland is a freaking construction worker
Well, Timberlands
thing.
were a white thing that
A
were
hiker thing, yes.
But here's the thing. What popularizes it?
Okay, true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Chinese food could be a Chinese thing.
No. Even back with the Jordans. Michael Jordan popularized Jordans. He was not a rapper.
No, he wasn't, but he's a black dude.
Okay.
And the
black
only
culture.
reason why
There you
we're
go.
wearing
You're
these, the only reason why we're wearing these Jordans is because not only did we see Jordan wearing them, but we saw Biggie, we saw Jay-Z. You know, when Biggie was wearing the Chucks and shit like that, that's
Yeah.
when we were like, oh shit, I want a pair of fucking Timbs, man.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like the people that we look up to are going to influence us.
Yeah.
So the effect of the culture is crazy. Now, this is why I think shit is going to change. But there was a time where hip hop culture was all about banging, the trap, fucking killing, selling drugs, all this kind of shit. And the people that we saw dressed like that tried to emulate that lifestyle. So we put what we saw in videos onto them as well,
Absolutely.
right? Which is a natural thing to do.
Yeah.
But now I see hip hop is changing a lot. I see a lot of these young guys are not about banging. They're not even about dressing in an intimidating way.
Well, no, you're right. But let's go back to the 80s. When you go back to the 80s, you had, people like Rakim Allah.
Mm-hmm.
You had Poor Righteous Teachers. You had KRS-One. These brothers was dropping jewels. These brothers were dropping science. These brothers were about knowledge itself. They were about educating our community, about empowering our community. Chuck D from Public Enemy, Wu-Tang Clan. Like, these brothers were trying to drop jewels. Nasir Jones. When Death Row Records came out in the 90s and they was rapping about 40s, bitches, and blunts, that's when everything started to change. That's when people started to celebrate the gangster lifestyle.
Yeah.
And embrace,
Glorify.
the drug culture.
Yeah.
It became a thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't even real anymore. It's like, wait a minute now. At one point it seemed realistic. Now you got fucking Vanilla Ice acting like he's from the streets of Dallas, Texas, or wherever the hell, or Miami, or wherever the hell he was from. Like, come on, man. It's become a stick now.
Yeah.
That's what Malibu's Most Wanted was all about.
Right.
Even whoever wrote Malibu's Most Wanted could see that hip-hop had become a caricature of itself. You want to sell records? Act like you're some type of gangster. And I think now people realize that facade isn't worth it because you turn out to be what you pretend to be. And if I'm not really like that, going to jail, getting shot at, getting in fights, that's not what I want my life to be.
And who said that? What makes that change? Who inspired that?
I just think it was a group of kids who started thug shaming. This whole show is about shaming, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
But they really did. They just
But
started thug shaming.
You know who started thug shaming?
Who?
I think it was Jay. I think
Jay was a
Jay.
thug.
I think Jay put classiness on the map.
He evolved.
Jay is, and you can even see it now in so many different ways. Like, you can even see, like, the way people go out, the way kids look out, the way people want to dress. It went from, I want to look grimy. People want to look, even myself, I wanted to look grimy when I was growing up in New York City because I thought that was cool to be threatening or some shit like that.
See, I don't remember that though. I grew up in South Carolina. I remember seeing Rakim looking fly on the front of Paid in Full.
I remember people. It was just like there was a lot of intimidation. Maybe it's 'cause I grew in
Slick Rick
in
was
New
fly.
York, I guess. But then
I get it though. I mean, I understand. Yeah, it definitely was like with Onyx and all of those.
Yeah, they say there was like an
Even
anger.
Wu-Tang was
DMX,
grimy.
there was an anger.
Yeah.
There was like, but I feel like Jay, and it could be other people too. But all of a sudden,
Biggie.
he ushered in, and Biggie. But Biggie was still about his
He started off
his,
grimy,
his rap and shit. You know what I mean? But like Jay's talking about how classy he is. I have art. I have this. I'm not about wearing throwbacks. Like there's a condescension in his rap.
He started shaming you.
He was
No, he
shaming.
did. He started
Jay
shaming
is
you.
notorious for shaming.
He told y'all take them baggy ass jerseys off, put on a button up.
Exactly.
He did.
And then
He even tried to shame Timberlands on Blueprint 3. He was
What'd
like,
he say?
he said, "Tim's, we off that." He had a record called "We Off That" with Drake.
Well, he was on that when I saw him last time.
Yeah, I mean,
he was wearing a black.
He admitted that was a mistake. Yeah. He jumped out the window.
The black people were like, "Hold up, Jay.
Yeah, hold up now. We love you, but we're not going that
give
far.
away our Timbs."
No. Yeah, but that's what he did. He started shaming a certain lifestyle, and I mean, that's what the moral of this whole podcast is today. Like, even if I'm coming at a ignorant person and I call them ratchet or a nigga or a Bieber, and I'm scolding them on their behavior, I'm shaming them for a reason. I'm shaming you because the truth hurts, and I want you to feel embarrassed, because until you feel embarrassed, you won't make a change. The people you need to worry about is the people who don't feel embarrassed by their negative behavior. Those are the ones that you got to lock up forever or kill.
Yeah, they're sociopaths.
No, you gotta euthanize them or lock them up forever. Those are the ones. If you don't feel no shame or no embarrassment, you don't feel nothing you're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
Get him the fuck out of society.
No, that's true.
Immediately.
Yeah, nothing is gonna affect him.
Now I want to bring in a young lady, since this is just two dicks in the room, two penises, who are talking about each other. This is Jazz Fly. She's a writer. She was on a show called The Gossip Game on VH1. Good friend of mine. She's just got a great opinion on things. And we actually was having a conversation about slut shaming and body shaming, because she used to be overweight. Yeah.
Okay.
So she has a lot of great opinion on things. But this whole podcast is about shaming, because I think we need more shaming. But we don't need bullying. I think it's a difference between...
You need productive shaming. It's like, if you care about somebody, you want to make their life better, you're going to shame the life that they're living then.
Absolutely.
But it's the bullying is where people don't care. They're just bullying a bully.
But it's a difference between body bullying, slut bullying,
and slut shaming.
And
shaming is an empowering thing. Shaming is, hey, I want you to do better.
I want you to do better. There you go.
That's shaming. And bullying is, I don't care how you do. I just want to know that you feel bad after I say something to you.
That's it.
Yeah.
I dealt with bullying my whole life.
Yeah, for sure.
Not getting bullied, being the bully.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Jazz Fly.
What's up, Jazz?
She's good? Everything's good? Levels with her? Okay.
So, Jazz, tell us about body shaming.
No, let's start with slut shaming first.
Or slut shaming. Let's go with slut. Do you know any sluts?
Yes.
What is a slut? Actually, I want to know, because here's something that I think. I don't think guys slut shame. I think slut shaming is a woman thing. I think women slut shame, and let me explain it, because I actually understand it. I think a woman dates a guy.
When you say we don't slut shame each other, or we don't slut, what you mean?
Sorry, we don't slut shame women. I don't think guys slut shame women.
We absolutely do.
But let me just put this out there. I don't really think we do, because I think we love having sex with women. So if a girl's willing to have sex with us, we're not going to be like, oh, that's a slutty thing for you.
I always say a woman's not a slut until she has sex with me. Like, if I hear that a woman's a slut,
right?
Like somebody tells me, oh, she's a slut, yeah. I don't believe that until she fucks me.
Why?
And is that what...
I mean, because I'm a piece of shit.
Are girls coming over to prove themselves?
Yeah.
Oh, let me show you. Let me show you this slutty pussy.
Especially, you know why? I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Because I know that I'm bullshitting you.
So if
I can't believe you would possibly buy this
somebody
bullshit
buys your
I'm
dream.
So a slut is someone
only a
that's
slut
dumb?
would buy your dream.
Yeah.
See, their idea of a slut is just someone who fucks a lot. I think that's what a slut is, just somebody who fucks a lot.
I don't.
You know what an actual slut is?
What is an actual slut?
Somebody who has sex for money. That's an actual slut.
I thought that was a prostitute.
Yeah.
That's what a slut is. It's a prostitute.
Really?
So really, if you think about it, a slut is someone who has sex to gain something other than sexual pleasure.
But
so that chick from Duke University, is a slut because she's a porn star.
She is a slut.
Okay.
But here's the thing. According to the definition, but meanings change over time.
Every porn star is a slut.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with you.
But if a meaning changes over time, I think the modern
shout out to
meaning
I know porn stars, and you guys are lovely people.
Yeah.
But
you don't have to be politically correct.
Yeah,
You're also
come on.
sluts.
That's the last thing we're gonna do.
They're also sluts.
Correct.
No, I'm saying
But they're not sluts in the modern term, like in the modern way we use the term slut. Like I don't.
How do you use it?
Well, I never used it in terms of a woman who has sex for money. So
how do you use it?
I use it in terms of like a girl who just has sex with a lot of dudes.
Why a girl? Why not a dude?
I do use it for a guy who has sex with a lot of dudes too.
We had that conversation earlier. Yeah. Guys do slut shame. Like I'll be like, damn, you fucked her? Like, ew. Or he'd be like, yo, I fucked 2 girls in one night. I ain't used no condom. Like, what?
Yeah.
You're disgusting. Like, Mr. Marcus to me is a slut. Especially
he's
being
a porn star, though.
Yeah, he's a slut.
But that don't count to me. If you're
No, it can't. Especially being that they had syphilis last year and had to shut down the porn industry because of this guy.
But here's the thing. For me, it's the sex being a choice. I don't.
I've never had an STD in my life, so I judge.
Right.
When you catch an
What?
STD.
That's my. I've never had an STD. However, that's fucked up.
I'm like, how much fucking did you have to do to catch an STD?
One time.
Well, I've fucked
Like
a
you
lot.
only have to have sex with the wrong person at the wrong time to catch an STD.
I've got a great track record of picking the
You
right
definitely
pussies.
have HPV. Without a doubt.
I
Like,
don't even know what that is.
the fact that you don't know what it
you have
is
cervical cancer.
tells
is what
me
he's
even
saying.
more that you got it.
I go to the doctor. I don't have anything.
You can't test for
That shit made me
HPV in
itch when you
guys.
said that, whatever it was.
You can't test for HPV in guys.
Oh, you can't?
No.
So I don't have it then. What are you talking about?
No, you have it. You just can't find it in a test.
Oh, that's the scientist's fault. I don't have it.
That's the
If the scientists can't find it, why am I going to claim it? What kind of shit are you on?
You got
You can
HPV,
be a carrier.
man. You got HPV.
I can't
carry
claim
it from-
anything from the
Bro.
lost and found that's not there.
It's
So
all good.
now,
It's all good. You were just telling me your dick hurts earlier. Why do you think it hurts?
these fucking tight ass PR.
Can I ask the question? Why are you telling him that your dick hurts?
That's weird, right?
I was,
But what's wrong with that?
I was
Why can't
thinking
two
out
guys
loud.
just talk about their dicks
shaming.
hurting?
I'm shaming
You're
right
shaming?
now.
Are you
yes.
dick talk? Are you dick
yes.
amongst
I'm
men?
dick shaming.
Hold on.
I am.
Hold on.
I'm flipping the game on
Hold
you guys.
on.
What?
So
I'm
these
shaming.
sluts
You
can
guys-
be wonderful people, but we can't just talk about our
It
cocks
has nothing to
with
do
each
with
other?
sluts. It has nothing to do with sluts.
Well,
I'm talking
maybe
about
he's got
you
a
guys
giant
right
HPV
now.
wart growing on the inside of his dick. Okay? It's just fucking growing and bubbling in there.
But hold on.
I'm gonna throw up.
I need Jazz to. I want Jazz to cook because she has a great point of view.
All right, go. Talk to us.
Talk to us about what slut shaming really is. What you said it to me earlier.
Slut shaming is a term to. It's actually a feminist term, and it actually has to do with victim blaming in sexual assault cases. So slut shaming was something that they basically fought against, blaming the victim, saying that, you know, by wearing something or being in the room with someone or some sort of choice that the victim made led to her or his own sexual assault. That's what slut shaming was. And then y'all got a hold of it.
Shouldn't we call that victim shaming?
Y'all? When did we get a hold of it?
But why do we
You
call it
probably
slut?
like 3 hours ago.
Yeah,
But
I
like,
just learned about sluts.
I did too.
My whole life I've been loving sluts. I've been thinking that they're. I've
you
been
haven't
grateful.
been shaming them.
Listen, I used to say this, like, I love sluts because you don't have to explain to them why you want to choke them.
Even though you should be doing. Hold on. You should be doing that to your girl. But I don't understand guys that fuck sluts different than they fuck their girls.
Prude chicks, they're like shocked by this idea of like rough sex, and then girls who've been around, they go, okay, let's fucking
Listen, why do
Throw
you
your
have rough
hands
sex
there.
with a slut but not your main sugar
First
stain?
of all, who says I'm not having that kind of sex with my girl? You're
Okay,
making assumptions.
you're right.
Clearly, he's
absolutely
trying to because it needs an explanation.
And
so
shout out to all the
he's-
sluts who taught Schultz how to have sex.
Hey,
with a girl
shout
the
out
right
to
way.
sluts who did teach me. Sluts have taught me a
that's
lot of
the
things.
reality. The reality of it is, without these sluts, a lot of y'all would not have been getting laid.
That's
period.
what I say. That's why I'm saying this slut shaming is coming from women. And I think women are threatened by sluts because a lot of women put in time with a man. They go, I'm going to date this guy. I'm not going to have sex with him until he gets to know me for who I am and likes me for who I am. Because they know that we're fucking boneheads. They know that when we're on a date in the first few weeks, we're just like, oh, I just need to get the pussy. How am I going to get the pussy? And she's like, I'm not going to have sex with him until I feel comfortable and he feels like he likes me. And then this slut comes along and steals the fucking dick.
Pops that pussy for a goddamn goon.
And pops the pussy for a goon.
With no question.
So I think girls are like, that's a slut.
But I don't even know what you're asking me here. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, what
Do you have any slutty friends?
Yeah.
Can you bring them here? No, I'm sorry.
But no, Jazz, this is what I want to know for real. Why is it not called victim shaming? Like,
It
why
was-
would you
it
call
was-
a rape? Why would a rape victim be referred to as a slut? I don't understand that.
It's I guess they're being facetious. You know, like it's not really. They're being ironic. I guess.
Got you.
No.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I understand because it's saying if a girl.
No, a rape victim is called a slut because of what you said earlier about maybe she was dressed in a provocative way.
That's no reason
that-
to be raped.
Agreed.
Yeah.
100,000. There's
And
never a
that's their,
reason to be
exactly,
raped.
and that's their point is that there is no real reason to rape someone. There's nothing that's going to make it okay. Nothing that she's wearing or doing whatever.
That's a very primitive way of thinking. You see somebody, a girl in a tight dress, a short dress, and you're like, well, you deserve to get raped.
But it's done all the time. Even
it's
last week
so
on Twitter, there was this whole thing where like there was a user on Twitter who she asked people to share their stories, and she was,
saw that.
what were you wearing when you were sexually assaulted? And some of the answers were like wild. Like there was a few answers that were like, I was in my pajamas because I was 6, or like I was wearing jeans and a t-shirt because it was my best friend's brother. Like it's basically just saying like no matter what I'm wearing, this was never okay.
Now I'm gonna be honest. I got a little issue with that Twitter girl. I don't remember her @ name, But it's like she had like 4 or 5 different cases of rape on her alone by different people.
What do you mean? They said that she was raping them?
I mean, unless I misread it. It seemed like
She was raped?
she was raped like two or three different times.
She said she was raped, or
Yeah.
someone said she was
No,
raping
I saw
them?
her retweeting different people, but she personally said she had been raped 2 or 3 different times. And in my mind, I'm thinking, how does that happen? I'm not saying it don't
definitely
happen.
happens.
It happens, man.
How does it happen? Like, you should report yourself to somebody. I don't know.
Maybe she did. Like, and now she's telling the story of it. Like, I feel like with something like that, I don't know the girl. I know who the girl is. I don't know her, so I wouldn't even dare speak to whether that's valid or not. Something like that, I just got to take you at your word and say God bless. Like, I can't even.
It reminded me of
that.
Precious. When I was reading her timeline, I was like, yo, this is like Precious. Like, Precious had everything wrong with her.
Right.
But that was a fictional movie, which really pissed me off, by the way, because the whole time I thought it was real, and then I learned it was an act of fiction, and I was like, this
You
is
thought
fucked
it was like
up.
Gabourey's life story or something? Like,
Well, I just thought it was based on a true story. And when I found out it was fiction, I was mad at whoever
you were
made the movie.
disappointed that there was not a young girl out there that was HIV positive with her 2 mentally challenged
molested
children
by her mother
that were
and
molested
father.
by both members of her family. You were like, damn, it's a letdown.
No, I was
like,
upset.
who
'cause
says that?
I was upset because you couldn't have a happy ending. It was a
What
fictional
happy
story.
ending? She walked off HIV positive from the welfare office with her little
Happy
mentally
she can read
challenged
on a
kid.
5th grade level.
Right. Oh, sunshine.
I was
I
disgusted.
couldn't wait for the sequel.
Did you ever see Precious?
No, I don't watch those movies.
No, I don't blame you. Listen,
I don't watch any of that sad shit because it's. And here's the thing.
According to him, it was a feel good movie.
No,
No,
it's
he's
terrible.
saying it wasn't.
it pissed me off that when I
Let me-
found out it was fiction, you couldn't give her a happy ending.
That's what he's saying.
But that's life.
That shit
No,
was an
it's-
African American horror story.
That's life.
Whose life
That's-
is precious?
That's
there are some real life.
I got to
Precious.
meet it in.
I got a cousin that is like a real life Precious.
no.
Yes.
And you
What
claim
happened?
her?
And she's a slut. You just
I'm
said
not.
it. You just said it. You whispered it to me
Well, why would you say it on the mic?
because this is what this show is about.
What bullshit is that? Like, what the fuck? Can I curse? I'm sorry.
Yes,
Oh.
we're just saying pussy and slut. all
Oh
the
yeah,
time.
that is true.
All right, but in all seriousness, I think his point was if the movie's fake, why not give it a happy
Give
ending?
me a happy ending.
If it's
Because-
real, let it be tragic all the way through. But if you're, first of all, who is crazy enough to make up this story? Like,
Oh my God.
who is writing this story
Yes.
and going, wait a minute, she doesn't have enough shit going wrong with her. AIDS are up.
Yes.
I mean, that's life though.
But is it?
Whose life, Jazz?
It's
If
a
it
ton
is-
of people's, if you like read the social work stats, like there are people that are fucking kids up, like
No, you're right.
seriously, and then they grow up to be fucked up adults, and they have all these problems as a result of the things that are happening to them as kids. That's real life.
She had everything wrong with her, and I hate to go off on this present tangent because it's an old movie, but I didn't understand what was the point. Like, what were we supposed to take from Precious?
Life sucks.
No, that's actually no.
What was
the
it?
point was that you keep going, because at the end that was the whole point of her walking off with her kids, because whatever she went through didn't beat her. She's still there.
Yes,
you keep
it
going.
did.
That's life. Why?
The movie ended with her on a 5th grade reading level, leaving the welfare office with her 2 kids that she probably
But she got her kids.
has no means
She
to take
got her
care of.
kids. Her mom didn't have the power over her anymore.
Where was she going to live? In an orphanage? A shelter?
I don't even remember. I think she had gotten like some sort of housing option or something.
That shit was an African American horror movie. I hated it.
I mean, yeah, but it was also some real life shit.
I got
mean,
mad-
it was
I
to
remember
the
getting-
extreme, but it also happens.
I remember being mad at my now fiance for taking me to see that shit.
I would be too.
I was like, why?
So
would
you movie shamed her?
I
movie
wouldn't
shamed
see.
her. Yes, I did.
I didn't
Like-
see.
I movie shamed her.
What was
That's
that
crazy.
movie? What is the AIDS movie now that won the award?
Dallas Buyers Club,
Yeah,
which
like, I won't
was
see that.
amazing.
I won't see it.
No, I
I don't
won't
It's
see
a
that.
great movie.
I won't
It's
see
a
it.
great movie.
I want
I
to
don't
see
watch
that.
those movies. I won't see 12 Years a Slave. I don't
Definitely
know if
not
I
gonna see
refuse to
12
watch
Years a
those
Slave.
Why
movies.
would you see? So you'll see Dallas Buyers Club, but not 12 Years a
I
Slave?
just told you I won't see it.
I don't want to see 12 Years a Slave because
Okay.
I don't.
You guys are interchangeable to me.
I moved.
I think that's the first time that's ever been said about the two of us.
I slave movie shame.
You slave.
I
slave movie shame too.
I'm
Do
so
you
tired of
slave
slave
shame
movies.
or just the
No,
movie?
slave
Slave
movie
movie
So you're okay
shame.
with slavery? You just don't want movies
No,
about it.
no. I hate slavery.
No.
But
As you should.
My thing
Slave
is,
master shame. I slave master shame.
Yes.
But I don't.
Don't try and win points.
exactly.
Wait, why is it? First of all, why is it?
I'm not gonna fall for that.
First of all,
Like, I'm
hold
sorry.
on. You don't know clearly. Why is it? If I say I'm against slavery, I'm trying to win points with a black person.
White guilt.
Hold on. First
You
of all,
hold this white guilt.
my white guilt is gone. I don't give a fuck. Okay,
Y'all got a black president.
My family had nothing to do with slavery. All right, we came here way later. So I don't have no fucking attachment to it. But in terms of slave movies, this is why I don't like slave movies. One, because hasn't there been some good shit that has happened to black people that we can make a fucking
Do you like
movie?
Holocaust
all I'm
movies?
saying.
Do I like I don't like any of that shit.
Do you watch the Holocaust movies?
I only watch a Holocaust movie. No.
Are you
but-
assuming that he's Jewish?
Isn't your name Schultz?
Yeah, but no, but it's okay. It's all right. Now should I make you feel guilty?
Oh no, I don't
Wait,
care.
are you Jew shaming right now?
I
Is
am.
that what this is?
Actually, no, because I'm no.
Wait, did you just say
I
you
love
were?
the
Hold on,
Jews.
did you just
I
say
love
you
the
were?
Jews.
Oh, okay,
Let
good.
me be clear.
All right, yeah.
No,
I love
struck fear.
Jewish
That struck
people.
fear in there,
Listen,
right?
that's a y'all got a powerful. Oh, they have a powerful machine. Not
Who
you.
is they? Who is they? Who you talking about?
Those
they?
people.
Those people. Who is those?
Okay,
Oh, I love.
now listen.
Okay.
Hold
We're
on.
not having this conversation.
Hold on.
My
It is
crotch starts
so-
sweating like Tanisha Long when we start talking about the
First
Jewish
of all,
people. I'm
can
not
I
talking.
tell you how fun it is to put a black person on a hot seat with the racism?
I'm not really on a hot
Because she
seat.
tried to put that shit on me, but now I got that guilt coming to you. That career guilt.
No, that's not guilt. That's not guilt.
career
That's
guilt.
fear. That's not
career
that is
fear.
not. That is
Career
not a
fear.
guilt.
Okay.
That's
I'm
fear.
gonna tell
Very
Moish.
different.
Listen, you know
I'm
what's
gonna tell Moish about what you say.
No, I got a quick point about that. Though.
Yeah.
For me, I don't speak on Jewish people and their culture and heritage because I don't know anything about it. Only thing I know about Jewish people is the stereotypes that I've been taught over the years. So that's why I don't speak.
Do you want to
on
know
it.
why you don't know anything about it?
I dated a
Why?
Jewish guy.
Because they don't tell people about it, and they don't need anybody else to know about it.
Absolutely.
The Jewish community does not care if anybody who's not Jewish becomes Jewish.
Very
They're
true.
not
No,
trying
they don't want you to
preach.
become Jewish.
Well, you aren't, because it's something that you're born to them.
Well, you can convert, but they don't
Conversion
really.
is incredibly difficult.
Right, and they don't encourage it.
Incredibly, and it's not
at all.
encouraged.
and you look
at all.
stupid. Look at Shine. Shine looks ridiculous.
Shine was always Jewish.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. In Belize, there is a huge Jewish population. His family was Jewish. He was always. I interviewed him. We talked about it for like 3 hours.
Was his mother
He's
Jewish or his father?
Both.
Really?
Yes.
So fair enough.
He's and he was raised Jewish. He converted to Hasidic Jew, but he was always
You know
Jewish.
what? I did
So
see
his
Shine-
dumbass came over here and started being a thug?
No, I saw him working at
He
B&H
was also a
recently.
thug.
Actually,
Shout out to BMH because they have great equipment. Again, I need the Jews. You're not gonna fuck up my life.
I'm not trying to fuck up your life.
listen,
Why are you acting
Y'all,
like I'm
y'all
trying?
already straight.
Listen,
I need.
FYI, there's no Jewish shaming going on.
Listen,
on
there's
this show.
not
none,
one
at all.
ounce.
We're
Not at
shaming
all.
everything
My
else, but it
friends.
will not be no
And
Jewish
let me
if
shaming.
you
be
think
clear.
that we are, just remember my last name is Schultz and I may be Jewish. So that's just these guys
All right,
that are the bad
continue
ones.
on. Now, let's talk about body shaming, Jazz, because you're on record as talking about your issues with weight
Yeah.
that you don't have anymore because you look great.
No,
now.
I definitely still have weight issues. That's something you have your whole life. Like
Okay.
it's body dysmorphia.
Which she taught me today, which I will be using for all you girls in the summertime, you fat chicks who wear
So
outfits that are too
sorry,
small for you.
ladies.
They
You
got
suffer
body
from body
dysmorphia.
dysmorphia.
So
Okay.
sorry.
You know what
I did
dysmorphia
not
is?
know I
Yeah.
was
It's when you look at
unleashing
yourself in
this
the
beast.
mirror and then you see something different.
Absolutely. I'm going
Yeah.
to terrorize fat chicks with that.
That is fat chick
So
shaming
sorry.
Yes,
right there.
I am. They
But
deserve.
are you doing it for them or are you doing it so you don't
I'm
have to
doing
look
it-
at them?
So you're bullying.
No, that's bullying. I'm doing it because I want them to be
Wait,
healthy.
don't point at me when you do that.
No,
like
because-
when you say
no. 'Cause I want you to talk. We talked about this morning.
Yes.
You know, and you said it kind of helped you when you were body shamed.
Yeah, I mean it's listen, so body dysmorphia is basically when you see something very different than what is in the mirror. And for me, it's something that I still deal with very much so. I lost 100 pounds, but in my head, I'm still that girl because that's who I was for the most amount of time. In my head, I've come down, but I've definitely come down like gradually.
Jess,
How much did you weigh at your biggest?
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into numbers.
Fair enough.
I mean, you're not that girl no more.
So?
See, you still suffer from dementia. Body, what's it? What is it? Body, what is it? Body,
I've got dementia now.
Body, what is it? Dysmorphia. See, you still suffer from it. You're not that girl anymore, but you don't even want to.
But I do have dementia, so I don't.
And that's why she can't remember
I
that shit.
can't remember what that.
I suffer from body dysmorphia because I gained some weight since being on television, but I think I look the exact same.
Right, and it may take a while, or you may never actually catch up to what it is. It helped to me. What helps a lot are pictures. Like it's so funny because I take a lot of selfies, and people think that I'm just incredibly vain and kind of a little bit, but it's also like more so me really trying to document where I am.
Got you.
In fact, actually, when I started losing weight in 2008, I've taken pictures every single month since then in the exact same poses, butt naked, to see like the differences. And that's the only thing that's helped me get over the body dysmorphia. Like,
Can anybody lose weight?
None of the naked pictures.
yeah,
Can anybody lose weight?
yeah.
Anybody.
When will you
So
start
there's
posting
no
the naked
excuse.
pictures?
I will not post. I will never post it. Like literally, I have like literally hundreds of photos, and it's all this, and it's very interesting. If it wasn't me, I would post it because like you can literally see where I lost and how I lost. It's crazy, but it's helped me so much.
Okay, what did you say, Schultz? I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off. I was so distracted by
the naked pictures. I got you. And that's a nice thing. Do guys ask you for naked pictures?
Yeah.
And do you send them?
No.
You've never sent a naked picture?
Oh yeah, of course.
So
Recently, no.
why not? What about vagina pictures? Would you
That would qualify as a naked picture, though.
I guess, but you could have clothing on as well, so you're not completely naked.
So who wants a picture of a clothed vagina?
I would have it. You could have a shirt on, right?
But the vagina
And then
itself
the
is
vagina
naked.
is open. Yeah.
The vagina is naked.
Or you could have a skirt on with no underwear and then take it with the flash, so you
But
can
the
see
very
it.
means that you could see it means it's exposed, which means it's naked.
No, naked to you means
Exposed.
so your arms are naked.
Yes.
But a naked person is somebody
Exposed.
who has everything exposed. Right?
Duh. Didn't you learn that in
Right.
first grade?
Well, no, she's disagreeing with me here. So you could have clothing on, a skirt on.
And the vagina itself is naked.
Because you ain't got no panties on.
I guess, but
Exactly.
you're not naked.
But the vagina is naked.
Whatever.
That's making it a
Was your
naked
pussy
picture.
fat when you were heavier?
This is awkward.
No, I'm just asking. Was it? And did you, like, when you lost weight, did it get small?
I did not take those gradual vagina pictures.
Got you. So did body shaming help you? What made you want to lose the weight?
Oh, I was body shamed crazy as a kid. Actually,
Bullied or body shamed? Because it's a difference. Okay.
Both. But I was shamed. Actually, I'll never forget. I was. Oh God, I'm really about to tell y'all this story. It's a bad idea.
Just don't cry because you don't have a camera to record.
I'm not gonna cry.
Okay.
I might cry. I'm not gonna cry. I was in.
He just said because we don't have a
camera to record it. Yes, that's really. Don't waste the tears. Listen, let me tell you something. Mona Scott Young. I love you, Mona, but she told me one day I had this horrible scene and I was like trying so hard not to cry. And then I like literally, they called cut and I just started crying. She goes, never waste the tears, and like put the camera back up in my face.
Damn.
I kid you not.
Mona is the devil. Mona don't
No, Mona's a pimp. She understands
pimp.
what it is.
Absolutely.
She's like,
Yeah.
listen, I love Mona. She'll tell you what it is.
So,
but anyway, so I was in like 6th grade, and I've always been a bigger kid. The problem was I was tall and I was thick. I didn't get fat until I was an adult, but I was convinced I was fat growing up, which made me then get fat. So I was in 6th grade. My dad comes to pick me up from school, and he like never picked me up. And I was like, where are we going? He's like, I have to make a stop. He took me to Jenny Craig. I'm in 6th grade. So I'm like embarrassed that we're going to Jenny Craig, and like he didn't really explain it to me. He basically sat me down and they were like gonna put me on this whole program, and I was like crying. I'm like, I don't want to do this. In hindsight, he was trying to help me, but the way he went about it was total body shaming and scarred the shit out of me.
It really wasn't. This goes back to what I always say about the truth hurts. He saw that his daughter was living an unhealthy lifestyle. She might have been too big for her age. He didn't want you to get high cholesterol. He didn't want you to get a heart attack. He didn't want you to have to get your arm removed. So he took it upon himself to take somebody he loved to get help.
But there's a difference between intervening and shaming.
You were embarrassed because
Shame
you knew
by
it was
the very definition means that they want you to feel embarrassed. They want you to feel ashamed.
But
they
does-
want you
but
to
does that
feel
mean that?
bad.
But why do you think he wanted you to feel bad by doing
That's
that?
what I'm saying. I feel like he didn't want me to, but the way he did it was shaming.
How could he have done it better?
He probably should have talked to me at home first and said, hey, I have concerns about your weight. What do you think is best to do? And here's what I think is best to do. And maybe we should try this. Don't pick me up from school and then just take me to Jenny Craig.
Okay, you bring up a great point.
Okay.
He should have talked to you at home.
Yeah.
I didn't even think, because I'm the type of person that'll be, get your fat ass in the car. I'm taking you to Jenny Craig.
Yeah.
This is what you need to be. That's the type of person I am. But you're right.
That makes shame. That puts shame in it. And that's something that when I, later in life, when I was trying, I tried 3 times to lose weight before it actually like stuck. And in order for it to stick, I had to let go of the shame. You have to actually accept how you got fat. If you don't accept how you get fat, you can't lose the weight and keep it off.
True.
So I had to work through all of that even before I lost a pound.
What do you mean you had to work through?
Nobody gets fat just because of food. There is no food out there that tastes that good that you're just going to eat it in that amount to actually gain weight.
So you think it's greed and gluttony or what?
No, I think it's more often than not your food is covering something up. You're eating, that's your drug.
Oh yeah.
That's your drug. You're escaping something.
self-medicating.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you're doing that, you got to wonder, well, what's going on? Why are you doing this drug?
So what
Think
was
of
the
food as
emotional
like Coke.
issue?
For me?
Yeah.
It was a not good enough feeling. Yeah.
That's why when I have sex with girls, well, when I was young,
The sluts or the regular ones?
Regular ones.
Okay.
I would literally get them naked and make them stand in front of the mirror and just tell them how beautiful they are. Because I would feel, even with the sluts too, because I would.
Is music playing?
No,
like what?
No, because I would feel so bad about.
How old were you?
I mean, I don't know. This is
How old were they?
How old were you
Okay,
in
to be
this
honest with you,
made up situation?
Was this like
that you
last
just
week or
had
some
right
shit?
now?
Was this like last week?
I do this.
Phony ass situation.
No, this is true.
Get the fuck out of here.
make
You're
them get
about to
naked.
have
It's like
sex with a
Boys
girl.
to Men,
No, this is
I'll Make
after
Love
sex.
to You playing behind it.
This is after sex, before sex. I get them naked.
What
and
man has a full length mirror?
Him.
in the bathroom?
Oh,
you
you full length
walk
mirror in
them to the bathroom before you have
Yes.
sex?
And I tell them, look at themselves. And look at how beautiful
I
you
think
are.
Mr. did that to Celia in The Color Purple.
He lied to Celia. He told Celia she was beautiful. Whoopi
Like what?
Goldberg?
Yeah, but I don't think he was
outta
saying
here.
how beautiful. I think he was saying, or some movie where he, I don't know.
I've never seen The Color Purple.
abusive because again,
You don't
you're
look at
you're
nothing
against
black.
that.
Okay, now let me ask you a question,
Do you have
Jen.
an issue with black people?
Yeah, hate them.
Me too sometimes.
See, you're being honest. that's the fucked up thing. That was a real thing from you. That's fucked up.
Y'all know I hate them sometimes.
Hey, listen.
I hate them more than enough. But it's not black people, it's niggas. It's a
I just
That
never
is
saw
very
The
true.
Color Purple. I don't know.
It's actually a great movie.
No, I heard great things about it, but I just don't know why I would go.
I don't want to spoil the end, but you should watch it.
Let me ask you a
Yeah,
question,
I just
Jack.
have no interest in seeing The Color Purple. But I don't think that means that I hate black people.
I was just asking in general.
Why? What made you ask
I
that?
tend to ask every white person that.
Why is? Yeah, you have a white thing. You have a white thing. I feel.
I do.
Yeah, I noticed that because I picked up on it. What is that?
Why
Let's
do you
talk
have a
about
white
it.
thing?
No, this is the thing. No, do you think?
What do you think the white thing?
I don't know. I just.
What is
I
the white
said-
thing?
No,
I like
no.
to shame white things.
I want to.
Black people who have white things, I like to shame them.
But
Why do
let's.
you have a white
But let's.
You
I
trying
picked
to
up on
shame
it.
me?
I picked up on it. Let's talk about it. I want to
What
talk
is the
through
white
it. I
thing?
want to talk through it. Who do you think I am? Because you placed a lot on me before you probably know who I am.
Honestly, like
do you think
it's
I am?
more for entertainment. I honestly probably think you're a pretty nice guy.
No. Tell me. Be real. Let's be
I
real.
am being
yo.
real. I am being real.
I know you got a white thing. I could
What
sense
is
when
the
black
white
people got a
thing?
white thing.
Certain I tend to gel with different types of white people.
What does
It
that
is
mean?
different types of white people.
Yeah,
It's different types of white people the same way as different types of black people.
absolutely. And there are definitely types of black people I don't gel with.
No, we don't gel with niggers. Just like we don't gel with them nigga white people.
You sound like Clayton Bigsby when you said
True.
that. I don't like them niggers.
And I don't gel with nigga white people.
Was
either.
Clayton Bigsby in The Color Purple? Was
Dave
that
Dave Chappelle.
Podcast is this?
We don't
I
know.
feel like this is the
Yo,
most inappropriate podcast I've
don't you
ever
shame our
heard.
podcast.
Hey, but listen.
I'm podcast shaming. This shit is inappropriate.
This is a good convo because you told me that you had you told me you were an assistant that she just did not like white people
22
for whatever
years old
reason.
from Virginia.
Oh yeah, she's racist.
Hated white people.
I'm not. I love white people.
No, she hated. She talked about things like white guilt and white privilege and how she can't get ahead. I'm like, you're 20 fucking 2.
The last
Have
two
you
guys I
asked for a
dated, well, the
job?
last guy I
Yeah.
dated was half white, but like the guy, like I've dated white guys.
But explain to me. You said
I
you
have
do
white
have
friends.
a thing with but this is how. Can I just say something right here? What you just said is the way I know somebody doesn't like a race. I have white friends.
I know. I
That
said
is
on purpose.
the line when you
said that on
qualify it.
purpose.
Like
No, she
you're
took it a
racist.
step first. She said, I
have
dated white guys.
I dated black people. It's like you're trying to prove.
Yes, that
to
I'm not
you,
a racist.
you're not racist. Not to
No,
me,
no,
to
I'm
you.
proving to you guys I'm not.
But you could just say to me, I'm not racist, and I would believe you. But you got to go, no, I've dated white guys.
Listen,
No,
the fact that a person has to say they're not racist lets
I'm
me know
slightly
that they're
racist, but I'm slightly racist about a bunch of different races, not just
Equal opportunity racism.
Yeah.
And what you said, I used to have this theory that you have to be a little bit racist so people don't think that you're racist. You know what I mean? Like
Really?
a
What
white
does that
guy
mean?
that's always like, oh, I don't even see color, guy. You guys are black.
Oh yeah, no one believes that. No one believes that.
Yeah, I don't. No. You need to say some
No,
shit every
listen.
once in a while that is like, oh shit, did he just say
No,
that? He's comfortable.
I'm the type of person, I don't see color. I really don't. I see ignorance. I see evil. Like, I'm the type of person, I don't judge you based on your race. I don't judge you based on your religion, your sexuality, your gender, your class. I just deal with you based on whether you a good person or a fuck nigga. And I'm talking about, when I say fuck nigga, I mean black, white, Spanish, whatever. If you a negative person,
I
don't
agree with
deal
you there, but I very much see color, but I like it. Like I one of my favorite things about myself is that I'm black, but so I don't ever want to be someone who is not like acknowledged as a black woman because that's who I am. But that doesn't
But what
mean
does that
that's
mean?
all that I am.
Yeah, I mean, but
what
we
is
have no
that-
choice.
There are
It's like
nuances. I mean, you have a choice.
that. To be black?
But here's
Ask
the
Vibes
thing.
Cartel.
You're right. And
Ask
Michael
Sammy
Jackson.
Sosa.
You're right.
I mean, he might not be black to you guys, but it's not like white people are going, Vibes, welcome aboard. Oh, you're white now, Vibes?
Y'all
Oh,
claim
come on.
Michael. Y'all took Michael.
Yeah, you got
Yeah, they gave him back though.
Michael
Yeah.
didn't have neck tattoos. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know, Michael wasn't shooting people and in jail for murder. You know what I'm saying?
When you touched them little boys, y'all got rid of him.
Bye.
Y'all,
Did we? Did we?
A little bit.
Did we get?
Yes, you guys definitely did.
Did we get rid of
Yes,
Michael?
and because we had to take him back.
You had to. Oh,
mean,
I'm
we
sorry
always
that
take
we
him back.
pushed Michael back on you guys.
So are we race shaming now?
So
Yeah, don't make me feel bad because I'm racist.
listen. Oh, okay. So you are racist.
I just said that. You don't listen, white people.
Now, why is it? Because I don't
listen.
white. Now I don't listen, but you're on your phone texting while I'm talking to you.
Because before
I don't listen.
before I agreed to do this, I had other things to do today, so I'm still trying to.
So what does that have to do with you not listening?
I just heard everything you said.
You
I just
heard-
wasn't
okay.
making eye contact.
Okay.
We're
I
wrap-
like it when we talk because I give you eye contact when you talk to me.
We're wrapping up in like 10 minutes.
You are coming off to me very entitled right now.
And
White.
why is that?
Because he's white.
She's putting her fucking you put me in a box. Do you know what I'm saying? You put me in a box because isn't that funny?
You're coming very privileged, and
It's
I
very
don't,
privileged.
It's because he got on new Jordans. It don't got nothing to do with the fact he's white.
Oh, okay.
So it's taxis he got
She didn't
on.
even know. But I want to know.
Whoa.
I want to know. Look, I want to know. Listen. Okay, so let's talk about it. I want to know what that's like because I feel like there is sometimes this assumption, oh, white people are being entitled or oh, white people this. And then what you do is you put it out there and then you look for justifications for it.
Okay.
If you start with that
You
prejudice.
got to back off with you.
No, I'm
But
talking
no,
about you.
and what he said is real, though.
No.
It is
I
a
actually
prejudice.
agree completely with what you're saying. I think that in certain cases, it's kind of 50-50.
What about our case? Let's talk about our case right now.
To be completely honest with you, I don't actually know if you feel privileged. Like, I'm saying this to be funny, but like, I don't know if that's really your thing.
But what
whatever.
feeling did we get? Because I felt like there was something there, and I want to talk about it. I like just being real about what we're talking about, and I want to know what you're thinking so I can think
I'm
in the
still
future.
trying to figure like you out as that's just me as a person. When
So
I
you don't-
first
so
meet
you-
someone, I'm just kind of like
She don't know if you a fuck nigga yet, though.
I
So-
don't.
but that's the thing.
And so I'm kind of chilling until I get a vibe of who you are.
There you
So
go.
do you think it's possible since
But
you
you-
don't know me, you're putting out ideas of white people that you do know and then filling in the gaps?
But
with
again,
that?
I'm not like I wasn't being serious. Like I feel like whatever. I don't have any sort of opinion on you yet.
But in life,
I think you're funny. I think like
I appreciate that, but in life, I think that's what we do. Like if I go to the jungle, I might not know what that lion looks like, but I
Why
seen
it
a
gotta be a
video
jungle,
of a
though?
lion.
no, I feel
because
like
I'm
you're
talking
gonna
to
get,
black
I feel like
people.
we're gonna get to a monkeys reference. or
Yeah,
something.
I'm talking to black people, so it's a jungle. If I was talking to
Yeah.
white people, it'd be the fucking the snow.
Cul-de-sac.
You know what I mean? It'd be
Clearly.
the snow. All right.
Clearly.
When you're out hunting a mastodon,
see,
why
here
do
we
people?
are.
Why is that so shocking to me?
Why are you jungle shaming?
That is true.
La Menya Amaricia.
Oh, so Lion King you see, but 12 Years a Slave, no.
No, I'll watch Lion King.
It's based on a black
Why you got to take away Lion King from me?
No, the Lion King was the
I'm
story.
taking it away?
The
Did you think Lion King was
story
yours?
of the black man in America.
Was Lion King the story? Let me
Yes.
think about. Okay, tell it to me.
I'm gonna explain it
Tell
to
it to
you
me.
real
Yeah.
quick. When you see the movie, you know when it first comes on, you see clearly they're in Eastern civilization. I mean, even the rituals where they're holding Simba up after he's born.
Yeah.
Clearly
African
rituals.
Wait a minute, you're saying the father was there when a kid was born for black people?
Right?
Hold on, that just debunks the whole
Racist
myth.
son of a bitch. Right?
Okay, because that was really the black story. There'd be the mom looking at the kid, and then the monkey like, "Hey, where the hell did the dad? Where the hell did the dad go?"
Now, what happened was, Simba.
Yes.
I'm speeding, but when Simba got ran out of Pride Rock, it shows the sun setting.
Mm-hmm.
Sun rises in the east, it sets in the west. So he was going to Western civilization. When he got to Western civilization, he met
Timon and Pumbaa,
which would be considered a pig and a rat. Right?
Yep.
Two foul creatures.
white people.
You know? No, just two foul creatures in general. When they first see Simba, they're scared. They're like, "Oh shit, a lion!" But then they realize he's a baby. He don't know that he's
A lion.
lion.
Yeah.
So they don't raise him to be a lion. They raise him to be like one of them. So he eats like them and he talks like them and walks like them. And
He's not a threat.
he's not a threat. Then the monkey comes, Rafiki, and Rafiki tells him, "You're crazy." Well, no, Simba says, "You're crazy." Rafiki goes, "No, you're crazy because you don't even know who you are." So then he shows Simba who he is. Then Mufasa comes back and reminds him of who he is, and he goes back to his homeland.
Can we go back to Mufasa real quick?
Yes.
It's also important to note that Mufasa was killed by his brother. He was killed by one of his own.
That's right. Yeah.
So, it's
Crabs in a barrel.
Exactly.
Black people are notorious for killing each other,
Yeah.
even though they say black on black crime is a myth.
Right.
But-
you kill a king to replace him, and you yourself can't even lead. It's yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
White people never kill their brothers or anything like that.
bullshit. So moral of the story is,
White people have never killed their brothers for power. England.
yeah.
White people have never killed their brothers.
but does that-
JFK.
But does it not
it's
sound
about
like?
you.
Come on though. But
Every white person that's ever died
but
is
does the
killed by a
Lion
white
King?
dude.
But does the Lion King not? But why did JFK get killed though?
Why?
Because he was trying to help black people. Civil.
Get the fuck
Wait,
out of here.
wait. Can I just back up to Lion
JFK
King?
got killed.
But you
because he
weren't
was trying to help
kings in
black people.
Africa, white guy. You weren't kings in Africa. The story is about an African king. That was not you.
Hold on. I don't believe in color.
And you're not going to do any Simba shaming, okay?
Right.
But the moral of the story is that's what the Lion King is about. And
Yeah.
it is we've historically seen
Yeah.
every politician or anybody who has tried to assist black people has gotten killed. Abraham Lincoln, when he did the Emancipation Proclamation, which ended slavery. JFK, when he established
His
the Civil
brother.
Rights Act of 1964 to end segregation.
Sure.
And I'm missing somebody.
His brother, Robert Kennedy.
I don't know what Robert did.
Robert
was gonna
education, and then he was going to run to succeed.
Okay, so a couple white guys have been killed because they tried to help black people.
Yes, I just wanted to
What
point
about
that
all the
out.
white people that have helped black people that haven't been killed?
They just end up working for them.
Who, the black people end up working for the white people, or
Yeah.
the white people end up working for the black people?
What black people end
See,
up
this
working
is
for the white
what
people.
this is what the Lion King I was told was about.
Okay.
It's the white story,
the white king, the
The
story
white-
of the white African king.
the white African king.
Okay, break this
Before we
down.
get the fuck out of here,
the
explain
white,
it to me.
and then we got to get out of here. Okay, so the Mufasa is
Whose real name is Martin.
who's
In the white story.
Martin, obviously the
Yeah.
most famous Martin is black.
Martin and Stevie, Simba Stevie.
Well, you know there was a Martin Luther before Martin Luther King, right?
Was that his name?
All right.
Martin
Go ahead.
Luther.
Could you get to the point? So, what is the point?
Hey, you condescend me, then get angry at me that I condescended you. Ain't that the biggest?
Could you stop with the black shaming already? What is the point?
So, all right. Okay, so then there was Mufasa, was the white king, right? And he was out just looking at his land and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, he fell into a ditch, right? And his white brother wasn't strong enough to help him up. So he was in this ditch and in this ravine. And then a whole bunch of black people came and trampled him.
Shut the fuck up. No more black people shaming from you, okay? This is how we're going to end this. Jazz Fly, do you think shaming helps or hurts? And speaking
think-
from someone from the perspective who used to be overweight and you said shaming helped you to lose weight, what do you think?
I think honestly, shaming didn't help me lose weight. I had to work through the baggage of my shame to lose weight. I think that if you care about someone, you should always have enough heart to intervene if you see them doing something that you feel is detrimental to them, period. I don't think you should make them feel bad about it, but you should make them understand the consequences of what they're doing. And that's ultimately what my father was trying to do. It just took me years to understand it. I think shaming someone because they are not doing something the way that you would do it, or because they're not doing something that you agree with, is wrong, period.
Okay.
But I think that making someone understand the gravity of what they're doing is very needed sometimes.
Okay, Schultz, I'm gonna ask you the same question. Do you think shaming helps or hurts?
I don't believe in shaming if somebody for doing something that doesn't hurt other people. But I do, from dealing with family members and stuff like that have had drug addiction, know that a lot of times the things that we choose to ease our addiction, be it food or drugs, are always there because of emotional issues. So I don't think telling somebody that they're fat or telling someone that they're a crackhead is going to make them not want to be a crackhead, but maybe finding out why they're eating this much, or why they're doing crack, or maybe why they're doing porn, and maybe finding that, then you can help them deal with that kind of stuff, So I don't think shaming works to help anything, but as far as empowering goes, like porn being empowering, or even being big and proud and like that thing, I don't think that we should be empowered by stuff that's detrimental to our health.
And I agree. That's why I say I think shaming helps, but bullying hurts.
Okay.
Right.
And bullying is when you're just telling somebody something because you want to hurt their feelings, not because you want to help. Shaming is when you're not even purposely doing it. You're just telling them what's wrong with them, and they feel embarrassed and ashamed by it. The reality hurts. So therefore, I think shaming helps, bullying hurts.
But she told you, shaming doesn't change her weight. You know what I mean? It doesn't stop the emotional issue.
She has to want to make the change within. I agree.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's something to know. Don't just listen to this podcast and go, my fat friend Fred, I'm going to tell him he's fat until he stops being fat. You know what I mean? Stop eating cakes, you fat fuck. Charlemagne told me to tell you that. Hey, I'm not bullying you, you fat fuck.
All right, how this has ended.
Jazz Fly, I want to thank you for coming.
Yo, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. Nobody try and shame me.
Yeah, we don't have a name for this podcast as of right now.
I think we should call it The Lion King. How about
I think we should call it the Star Shame Enterprise.
He's so good with these fucking names. Dude, he's incredible. And you two are really good with these names. Fuck, yesterday I couldn't think of anything. I just kept on thinking, the professors?
I'm really not that good. All I did was Google buddy movies. So I just Googled buddy movies.
I give all your intellectual credit to you when it should be fucking Google.
Yes. All right, signing off from the Star Shame Enterprise. Charlemagne the God.
Andrew Schultz.
See you next time, people. Peace.